to Seacoast Harley-Davidson's Facebook page. We are on our second virtual workshop this weekend. Vince is going to be here telling us about how to pair Bluetooth to your helmet, and he's going to take it away for us. So Vince, welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome. This is our second workshop in a two-part series. If you did not get a chance to see our first workshop, it covered the WIM, and today we're going to cover some of the wireless connectivity issues with both model bikes, the Boombox 6.5 and the Boombox GTS, which is a version that came out in 2018 and newer. For those of you that have the newer version, you may be excited to know that you can get Apple CarPlay and Android Car to run if you have a microphone. So one of the important things we want to cover today is the benefit of having a wireless interface to the helmet. They call that connectivity WIM, and as we covered in the last workshop, the WIM, the wireless helmet interface module, connects under the fairing, and it allows access to the boombox. Within the boombox, then you have access to not only voice commands and things like Apple CarPlay, but you also have the ability to do a lot with your music. Now, when it comes to talking passenger to passenger or passenger to rider, that's where the headsets come in. If you're riding with a group of people, you might want to have connectivity so you can talk. If you're riding with a passenger and you do not have the plug-in intercom, which comes on the Ultras and the Limiteds, there is a very good solution by Harley-Davidson, and that's one of the things we'll cover today. If you have a Street Glide, a Road Glide, a Road King, these are solutions that do not have the 7-pin DIN, which allows you to connect to your helmet. What we're proposing today is a solution that's wireless. So the best solution that we offer is the Boom Audio solution. It's an OEM product from Cena, but Harley-Davidson has branded this and added some capabilities to the Harley-Davidson version, but either the Cena or the Harley-Davidson version would give you similar capabilities. If you get it in the 2-pack, twin pack, they call it a dual pack, you do get a bit of a discount on purchasing two, and one of the benefits are that it should come already paired. So I'm going to cover today just some very basic capabilities. The first that everybody wants to know is, how do I connect my phone to the bike? So we're going to start with the newer version, and you can see the icon where there's a phone. You simply go to the phone, you say yes, that you would like to add a new device, and it's now searching for a device on my phone. If you have an Apple device like I have, or an Android device, you would simply go to Settings. You would put it in the search mode. You can see it has now found my iPhone, and it's looking now to pair the device. It asks if the pin is correct. I say yes. I connect pair, and it's now saying that the pairing of my phone is successful. Now at this point, you could put in an emergency number by saying yes, or you could come back and add that later. That's under a feature called SOS. Also, this is telling me that if I hold down the voice command button, the button next to the left turn signal has an icon. I could hold that down and I can access Siri. Again, I have to have a microphone connection to do that, but it's very useful if you want to connect to Siri. So you can see now some of the options I have. I can download all my contacts. So if I have an address or a phone number, I could say destination moms,
or I could say call Bill. I can also link my messaging to voice and then do voice to messaging. And as I said earlier, we could set up SOS. One important thing to cover is even if you have a headset connector, if you're not plugged in and ready to use it, you can see here that I have two icons next to Vincent's iPhone. One of them is the phone icon, and one of them is the music iPhone. One of the things that's misunderstood is that once you connect to the bike, it will take control of your phone. And if you get an incoming phone call, you might be able to see who's calling. You could even accept the call and you could hear what they're saying, but you could not talk back. You'd have to be live with some kind of a microphone. You also cannot pick up your phone and start talking. So it's pretty frustrating. You have to turn your bike off, disconnect the connectivity to the bike in order for you to make that phone call. So I always advise people that it's okay to keep it connected all the time for music streaming, but until you're ready to use a microphone, disconnect the Connect for phone. You can see it's now white. So just before you go to connect your headset, reconnect that, and you'll be very happy with the capabilities. You'll be frustrated if you don't know to turn that off, because like I said, you're not going to be able to make phone calls on your phone without a microphone. Once you've made that connection, which we have, we can come back to the main menu. And down in the center bottom is a headset, and you can see intercom. And this button in the upper right turns on and off the intercom. You'll know you're live because down at the bottom you'll get an icon. You also see that I have a Bluetooth connection, and you can see that the Vox has some adjustability. This connectivity in the Vox really is something that we need to do another workshop on possibly, but there is some connectivity and selectivity that you need to adjust for how you speak, how close the microphones are to your mouth. You want to try to match the passenger and the rider to a very similar voice pattern and try to talk at the same volume. But this will need to be adjusted. You will need to tune it. And if you're not using it, of course, turn it off. So we covered the intercom. You also have the ability now that we've made the connection, the Bluetooth connection, you could go in and you could start streaming music. So on this phone, I happen to have David Bowie, and I could start playing music from my phone because I still have the streaming capabilities that we talked about. So coming back to the home button, down in the setup, if I want to make a connection, again, I can go into Bluetooth from this setting. It's just like going in from the phone setting. Two things, if I am going to be talking using the motorcycle plugins, the 7-pin DIN, I need to have my rear control on. So this allows me to make connection to the passenger and they have access to their controls. Also, at the very bottom of the setup, you'll see projection on. That allows me to use the Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto feature, so you will want to turn that on. In addition, if you look on the right-hand side of the turn signal, there is what looks like a U-turn. That is the selection that will help you select apps. And then once you've made app selection, you can use your microphone for voice command. So you have access to the voice command here. Once you've made connection, you've got over 34 commands. And if you don't start to speak after the beep, it will walk you through what it is that you need to do or what it is you need to say. So it's very important that you have projection on. Also, you'll need to plug in to the USB. So this is where this smaller format phone really comes in handy. It's a very good fit for fitting inside If you have the larger format phones, you might try taking the foam out, and if it still doesn't fit, you might think about a phone mount for your phone. So we've covered quite a bit. I do want to go back though, and going back to the home menu, you'll see over to the left, there are some selectors. The quickest way to jump to those while you're riding is you hold down your home button for a few seconds, and it will pull up your side buttons. And if you select that, you can adjust your tone, your bass, but you also can go to your audio routing. So if I'm going to use my headset, I have to change from the speaker to the headset, and I can selectively decide if I want just my music going to my headset, if I also want the communications going to my headset, or if I also want the prompts, such as your nav prompts and any prompts the bike might give you for service prompts. So with all three of those selected, I'm now sending all of my music and my communications and prompts to the headset. So don't forget that once you get plugged in, you have to select that. Don't forget to go back to your phone setting and turn your phone prompt on if you're going to be using that. Also, in the volumes, you now have speaker volumes, and you also have your rider headset volumes. Most people that come to me with problems don't realize that there's additional information down here, and one of them is your intercom volume and your phone volume. So make sure your volumes are set correctly once you have the headset for the rider and the passenger headset volumes. So that covers kind of the interface here. We're going to go over to the other bike, and I'm going to cover some features there as well. So on most menus, your setup will be where my Sirius XM satellite icon is. Because I have satellite radio, it moved it to the top. But let's go back up to setup on this. And again, when you're going into setup, some of the key things are to change the settings as I showed you. But on this particular bike, I have a WIM, a wireless headset interface module. So what I can do is I can go in and I can pair a rider headset to this. And I'll do that live here for you. So with the 30K, it's very simple to turn it on. You simply press the center button and the phone button for about a second, and you'll get a little blue icon telling you that it's turned on. What I want to do now is I want to put this into pairing mode. So I'm going to hold down the phone button for a little over 5 seconds. And when it starts to flash blue and red, you want to select pair. It found my 30K. It's in the process of pairing right now. And in a few moments, it's going to bring up my configuration menu. Now, along with my 14 configuration options, I have my battery status, which is at 100%. And I also have the version. So keep in mind that these do have optional downloads for version. If I go into configuration, you can start to see some of those 14 commands that I have access to. And one of the benefits of using the Harley-Davidson solution is that these options for the headset are available on the bike. If you have another Bluetooth helmet device, you might find that you're going to have to go to your app on your phone to make adjustments. So this is a benefit. Also, in the Harley connection, you'll get a true stereo connection and a higher quality connection than you would on a Sena connection. So you're going to get better sound. You're going to get the benefits of all the features that are on the bike connecting, such as satellite radio and possibly CB. So there are benefits to going with the Harley solution. One other thing I want to cover is that if you decide to put a WIM on your bike,
and you decide to buy your headsets. If it's within the first 60 days, those headsets and that WIM are now covered on our 2-year extended warranty program. So you get great coverage above and beyond anything that you could get from Cena. So that's another benefit of the Harley-Davidson solution. If we're installing it, you also have the confidence of knowing that it's installed correctly. Also, there are download features for the headset, for the boombox, and for the WIM device. So it's nice to be able to talk to somebody that knows about the current versions and maybe walk you through how you could do that. In addition, if you have an extended warranty on a new bike, let's say you're going to get a 5-year extended warranty on your new motorcycle, if it's a Harley-Davidson extended warranty program, that WIM is now covered for 5 years. So that's really a nice option. As far as connecting these two devices together, as I said, if they come in a dual pack, it's pretty simple. They're already paired, but if you need to pair these, you basically turn them on, and unlike connecting to the bike, which is the phone buttons, you're going to push these center buttons, and they're going to turn into a mode. After a few seconds, they're in a red mode and they're flashing. A quick button push, and these will now pair themselves to each other so that you have connectivity between the two phones. So it's pretty simple on these devices as far as making the connection. There are other buttons that I'm not going to cover today. One of the benefits of this solution, the 30K, is the WIM adaptive mesh features. So you not only can talk to the bike, but you can talk to other riders. And with the connectivity that's offered with the mesh network, you can have unlimited connections. So you're not limited to just 4 Bluetooth connections like most headsets. You can still connect to 4 Bluetooth users if they have legacy helmets or systems. But you also can have unlimited members on a mesh network, and the range is much better than Bluetooth. You can also set up private networks up to 16 on this network. So these are a great solution. They can be plugged right into the helmet. There are also some wireless options from Harley-Davidson that will wrap around the back of your head, similar to the headset that I'm wearing now. So if you're riding with a half helmet or a 5/8 helmet, or if you're not wearing a helmet, you can still have connectivity wireless from the headset, if you're a passenger, to the driver, and to the WIM system. So I know this is a lot to cover. Hopefully we'll have some workshops in the future. We've had some great support from our first workshop. Also, if you purchase the Harley-Davidson solution, the documentation is very good. The features and functionality are very plain and easy to understand. They have a quick reference guide. They also have a sheet that documents a lot more detail about the connectivity to the bike. So everything you need to make this solution work is in this package. It is an MSRP of $579.95, but it's a solution that I think, like all technology, once you get over the cost and the learning curve, you'll wonder how you ever got along without it. So no more screaming at each other on the bike, and when you're riding with a group, no more guessing why somebody pulled off to the side of the road or getting lost. So a very good solution. We are going to open it up for some questions. If anybody has questions, I'll try to answer them live. Please go out to our Facebook. We're going to show you how to do that and access the last video and workshop that we've done on the subject of WIM. So.
Awesome. So guys, if you go to our homepage on Facebook, you're going to be able to see the More button here. You're going to click More. What? And you're going to go down to Videos. From Videos, it's going to pull up our most popular videos. We're going to just scroll down really quick here to our latest videos. And then you're going to scroll over a few times and you'll be able to see our last thank you for tuning in for our virtual workshop. We'll have this virtual workshop live as well up next week. So you'll be able to see this again in case you missed anything. But if we have any questions, okay, so we don't have any questions. Vince will be around to answer anything on the page afterwards. So if somebody does pop up with something, we'll get you in contact with him. And thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it. Hopefully we'll have more of these soon.
And I'll do a quick wrap up. If you do have questions, please let us know. As you can see, we've had quite a few views already from the last workshop. Also, let us know what kind of virtual workshops you'd like to be doing in the future. As I said, this technology can be a little daunting at first, but once you get through the initial learning curve, it's just like getting a new phone. For those of us that remember the flip phones, we know how far we've come, and don't let the technology keep you back from all the fun and enjoyment that it has to offer. So thank you for joining us today, and get out and ride, as we say in New England, live free and ride. Thank you.